Yes.
So I started it from
Yes.
my own end.
Yes.
Just a minute, let me pause it.
So just like in our physical meetings, can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Pandi, please?
Okay.
So how is everybody doing today? Enjoying the weather, which is keeping us all locked up inside? So as you can see, I've been drenched from the past 2 days. So any opportunity I do get to go out, I think the weather gods are against us, and I get rains 5 minutes after coming out of my house each time. So, but even we should respect the spirit of this club, that we will choose to host our meetings and we will choose to keep learning no matter what, venue or no venue, we will be there. So can we have a huge round of applause for us as well? Awesome. Awesome. So let me just first start with the mission of the Toastmasters Club. So the mission of Toastmasters is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment where each individual member is given the opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We have a few ground rules which we try to abide in our club for physical meetings, and some of those hold true to our online meetings as well. So I would just request every one of you to please turn on your cameras if possible. Show us your faces, smiling faces, please. And secondly, would be to turn on your microphone and speak only when given in your slot. And lastly would be avoid talking about topics related to politics, religion, and gender. So with that in mind, let me just hand it over to our very dynamic president and presiding officer of this club, Toastmaster Amit. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
A warm welcome to the 852nd meeting of SouthDelhi Toastmaster Club. It's great to having you all here in this beautiful weather. A beautiful weather, beautiful audience, and we are going to do this meeting, make this meeting more beautiful with a better learning journey. So I appreciate if Neha, Myang, and could you please switch on your camera so that we can make this meeting more lively?
I think I am just facing some issue trying to get this sort out. My camera is on, but I don't know why my video is not working.
No worry, no worry. Okay, so that's it. Seems me like your camera mobile is laptop mobile flap is closed. It seems me like that, but you can figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with the meeting. But today I wanted to share a story with you. This is a season of renewal. Here we renew, we reinstate our renewal, and also this is the right time for the guest to start their learning journey. Why I wanted to share, why I am sharing that? Because I wanted to share a story of my learning journey. Around 3 years back, I came to the SouthDelhi Toastmaster Club first time when it was in-person meeting. And in that meeting, I experienced so energy, vibrating people, contagious energy, amazing leader, amazing speeches, a lot of things. And in the table topic section, I remember very clearly today that in table topic section, I didn't get chance to speak, but one girl that spoke, that was also guest on that day, first time she was there, and she was just college going girl that time. She spoke during the table topic section, and today I clearly remember the topic was why round pizzas are delivered in square box. That was the topic for her. She spoke so fast, no one understood anything. And at the end, table topic master asked, what you understood? Then people said one thing. We understood pizza are delicious. Just only one thing everyone understood. But after that meeting, I left the place and I didn't able to assemble that courage to join the club. And almost after 1 year, again watching a video or I think after read a book, I again went to the club. And that day it was international speech contest. And in the contest, there were 8 speakers spoke on that day. And out of 8 speakers, the person, the lady who won that day was the same lady who spoke in the first session and first day when I came there for first time, and no one understood that day. And that lady won that day. When we were congratulating her, I just asked from her, are you the same girl who spoke 1 year back on the topic why round pizzas were delivered in the scare box? She said, yes, I am the same. Wow, that time I got the goosebump. I can experience these goosebumps right now as well. And I thought that hope I were attend this club at least 1 year back. I might be not be able to reach her at her level, but it would be great if I could able to achieve the 5% of that level. And the same day I decided I have to join. So now I almost completed around 2 years with the SouthDelhi Toastmaster Club. And I didn't make a lot of effort, but I can say that the one thing that I learned this journey, that is the consistency. There were the times when I wanted to leave the club. There were the time when I felt boredom, but I decided to be here. I showed up maximum meeting, and now this is the prestigious stage that I am handling, prestigious designation, club president that is I am having there. And this is the 16 years old club. And this is really a proud moment for me. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a learning journey. I am not saying that I am the best speaker. I am the best communicator. I am the best leader, but I am better what I was 2 years back. I am a better speaker. I am a better communicator. I am a better leader what I was 2 years back. Learning is going on, journey is going on, and learning is destination, not a learning is a journey, not a destination. That I wanted to say. So before we go ahead with the meeting, today I can see guest Hina. So guest Hina, I would like to hear from you. Would you like to share any learning experience of your life with us?
Sorry, in context of?
Any learning experience that means gave you some change in your life, or anything happened that gave you things like this is our learning experience for me.
Yes, sure. So basically, you well said, learning is a journey, not a destination. I am also one of them who always, struggle with my English, inferior complex in between, like I can't speak, and especially in public, and especially in the public spheres where others are very much good, better than me. So that give me a anxiety, most of the time. But I always try to overcome, and I believe that's why I took this decision to join Toastmasters. And yes, I have a very good learning journey. Few years back, I got a chance to work in a very rural spheres in Odisha, where I spend a lot of time with tribal people. So I learned a lot from them, in context of how means how demanding we are, and how satisfied on the other hand people who are not even have the very basic things in their life. So I believe we learn on a daily basis.
Exactly, I agree, Hina. Like we are learning every day, And learning is a journey, how we can become a better driver, better swimmer, just by practice. There is no way luck, just like watching the good YouTuber, good video from YouTube, can we become a swimmer or a driver or speaker? Not at all. If you want to become a better speaker, better leader, then you have to practice that. And Toastmaster is a platform where you can practice your learning. And here is the audience, non-judgmental audience, that help you to learn and give a positive feedback in your learning. So thank you so much, Hina, for being here with us today. So today I would like also to welcome formally Toastmaster Aman Aryan. Aman Aryan is our newest member. So Aman Aryan, please share with us what motivated you to become a member.
So, sir, I got to know about Toastmasters. I have mentioned this earlier too. I got to know about Toastmasters from a book that I read around 2 years ago, and I have read many books like that too. The reason I have joined Toastmasters is because reading books is not enough until you apply that. You have mentioned just earlier. I was going to say that. So reading books is not enough, and you have to apply that in real life. And when I came to Toastmasters, I guess this is my fourth meeting, and the experience here was amazing. And I decided to join because I thought this would be an amazing learning environment for me. That would be it.
Great to hear from you, Aryan. So really, yes, exactly. Just reading and watching, we can't become better. Just it is very important. We have to apply the learning in our life. We have to practice. Until and unless we do not apply that learning, then that is not going to work. So few years back, I heard that knowledge is power, but that is not true. Real knowledge is when you practice, apply it, then it become power. So with that, now I would like to call our Toastmaster of the day, and Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Pandi. And Toastmaster Pandi, I vividly remember he started his journey around 1 year back, and I can see a huge transformation in Toastmaster Pandi in 1 year. The most consistent, most energetic, and most active member of the SouthDelhi Toastmaster Club. So today he is hiding something special for us. So today he is here with the 4 agreements, the theme of today's meeting. So with that, please big round of applause. Welcome Toastmaster Pandi.
Thank you so much, the President Toastmaster Amit, for your wonderful introduction. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Life is a journey, and learning also journey. It is not the destination, rightly reiterated by the President. Today, as a Toastmaster of the day, I am taking you to sum up the learning to take one step ahead to your destination. The theme is the 4 agreements. The 4 agreements, these are the principles, easy principles one can adapt to transform our life. As all of us know that the year the Toastmaster, our district level director, taken the mission of this year is learning and transformation. That to transform ourselves, there are certain new things we have to learn it, then we have to apply and adapt and make a transformation. Then wherever we are finding some difficulty, we are making some mistakes, then we have to get it corrected ourselves. So these are the 3 things we have taken as a district level, as a Toastmaster district 41 taken as a year, the mission for the year. That is the learning, transformation, and correcting ourselves. To continue that, today's the theme is the 4 agreement. This 4 agreement, the first agreement starts with be impeccable with your word, which means speak with integrity. You say what you really mean and never use the negative words which can affect or which can give you negative thought, and never gossip about others. Always use the power of your words to the path of your goal and the truth. That is the first agreement. That is, be impeccable with your word. Second is, don't take anything personal. Means nothing others do because of you. They do with their reflection, with their perception. So you keep away thinking that the whatever the surroundings, the peoples are doing are because of you. You stand away from that, then you will be less suffering and you will be getting the benefit of what you are really focusing on. The third thing, don't make assumption. Whenever you are curious, you want to know something, just have a courage to ask the people and get it clarified. And your communication should be crystal clear. Whatever you are intent to say, that you just clearly mention that what you want to say. This will change your life. It will transform your life like anything. The fourth agreement is always do your best. Your best may vary moment to moment. For example, the presentation you are giving in the evening, the same presentation you are giving in the morning may vary, because after that you went to the lot of process, the thinking process, your day-to-day work. But what does it mean? Your intent should be whatever you are going to perform, whatever you are going to do under any circumstances, you try to do, put your maximum about at that point of time. This is always do your best. With that, we will discussing again in between that. So with this four agreement touching that, now I am explaining the structure of the meeting for the interest of the guest. The structure of the meeting is divided into three parts. Number one, prepared speech, where the members come and deliver their speeches according to the chosen pathways. The second segment is table topic. In the table topic, everyone can participate. Mostly it is intended to for the guest. It's an impromptu speech. Yeah, topic will be given, you can speak impromptu. The third portion is the general evaluation. The evaluation section, the most exciting and important portion of the Toastmaster meeting is the evaluation section, where we give constructive and positive feedback where member can learn and move their forward to their Toastmasters journey. So with that, now I request the most articulated and the dynamic Toastmaster Abhi, as a general evaluator, I hand over the stage to explain his role and his team's role. Toastmaster Abhi, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pandi. And yes, I do agree with you that evaluation is one of the most exciting and intense parts of a Toastmaster meeting, so where we give the speakers a very holistic evaluation based on various criteria. To assist me in this section of the meeting, I have a team of supplementary role players who will evaluate said speeches on various granular criteria. The first supplementary evaluator who will assist me is our timer for today. May I please invite Toastmaster Rabbani to come up on stage and brief us on a timer report?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I'll start from the there is one quotation that the bad news is the time is fly, and the good news is you are the pilot. So good evening, my fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guest. I'm Toastmaster Rabbani, and today I'm going to play the role of the timer. So time is a non-renewable resources that that means once the time passes, we cannot renew it. So it is very important to keep your speeches short and crisp and precise. And today, as a timer of the day, I will help you to maintain the adherence with the timeline, which I have a 3 cards. So unfortunately, I don't have the card because the meeting is held is online. So I have a green card and yellow card. And okay, so let me quickly walk you through with the timing for the segment that we are going to have in the today's meeting. And the prepared speech, it would be around 5 to 7 minutes, and table topic, it would be only 2 minutes. and the rest evaluation part 2 to 3 minutes, and you guys would get the like 30 minutes grace period, and rest of the I will submit the report end of the session. Thank you everyone, and over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rabani, for a very detailed explanation of what the timer role entails. Let me now move on to our next supplementary evaluator.
Am I audible?
Yes. Let me now move on to our next supplementary evaluator. And I believe this is the one section that always disappoints us all, because we always end up making around 10 to 40 Rs and ums. So to identify Rs and ums for today, we have Toastmaster Neha, who is playing the role of R counter. Can I invite Toastmaster Neha on the virtual stage and describe the briefing?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Avik. So, good evening, guests and the fellow Toastmasters. This is Neha, and today I'll be performing the role of AHA counter. As a AHA counter, my responsibility would be to note down the repetitive words, the use of unnecessary fillers that impacts the effectiveness of our speech. So, though I would be noting down these words, let's we all try to keep an eye on us that we ourselves don't use these kind of words much. And at the end of the meeting, I would be back with my report. Thank you.
Awesome, Toastmaster Neha. And now let me move into the most difficult role to perform or evaluate, I suppose. That would be the grammarian for today. Can I invite Toastmaster Mayank on the virtual podium to describe his role?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm audible.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
audible.
thank you, TM Pandi. Thank you, TM Avik. Hello everyone. Today I'm playing the role of grammarian, and as a grammarian, I'll be noting down any wrong use of grammar, and also I'll be noting down the good use of grammar and any uh, good use of grammar and any use of idioms. And also it is my responsibility to tell you word of the day and idiom of the day. So word of the day is presumptuous, which means failing to observe the limit of what is permitted or appropriate. And the usage of presumptuous will be, I hope I won't be considered presumptuous if I offer some advice. And idiom of the day is take it with a pinch of salt, which means don't take it too seriously. And I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Wow, a very interesting choice for the idiom of the day today. So I don't know if take it with a pinch of salt applies to this weather as well. But yep, there you have it. So with that in mind, let me now hand it over back to our Toastmaster of the day for today. And we will come back to you with our evaluations in the second half of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhi, General Evaluator, for explaining elaborately and accurately for your role and your teammates' role. Now, moving to the first segment of this Toastmasters meeting, that is the prepared speech. Before that, I would like to mention again the 4 agreements. The theme is the 4 agreements. The 4 agreements are which we can adapt in our life, which makes it's a simple step, but it makes a very high intensity and magnitude transformation in our life. The first is the be impeccable with your word. Second, don't take anything personally. Third, don't make assumptions. Fourth, always do your best. So with that, we are moving to the first segment, that is prepared speech. Today we have 2 speakers. So the first speaker is Toastmaster R.S. Pandian. Before I welcome him, I would like to ask his evaluator, Toastmaster Divyanshi, to spell out his purpose of the speech. Toastmaster Divyanshi, over to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Today, I will be evaluating Toastmaster R.S. Pandian, who will be giving a speech on Level 2, Project 2, Pathways Presentation Mastery. The title of his speech is How Thinking Changes Our Lives. The purpose of his speech and the project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. I will be back with my report as and when the Toastmaster of the day calls me at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Divyanshi, the evaluator. Now, I would like to welcome the first speaker. How thinking changes our life. Toastmaster R.S. Pandian. Toastmaster R.S. Pandian, how thinking changes our lives.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster R.S. Pandian. Today is my topic, Thinking Change Our Lives. Education is not the learning of fact, but the training of the mind to think, said by Albert Einstein. Thinking is an important mental process. It helps us to define and organize experience, plan, learning, re- and create. But sometimes our thinking may for a variety of reaction become a unhelpful, and this has a negative impact on our being. By practicing well thoughts out thinking, both our thoughts and direction can make a positive change in our life on both on a personal and professional level. Thinking is an incredible activity. We do it all the time automatically. Scientists say we never stop. Having a word move through our mind, even when we are asleep. A follow of words streamly around inside of us. In fact, while human being can speak at the rate of 150 to 200 words per minute, we thinking at the rate of 1300 to 1800 words per minute, and we read from 200 to 400 words per minute on average. That helps explain why your mind sometimes wanders when we are listening to someone. Our thoughts are the single most important physical item in determine our destiny. How we think will dedicate how we feel and how we react to situation in life. That in turn will determine our success or failure. What is thinking? It is basically our mind talking to ourselves. Everyone human being is constantly talking to ourselves. They usually don't do it out loud. Everyone has both negative and positive felting thoughts. You know the kind that seem to come into our mind from never. If very choose the spend time dwelling and meditating about the thoughts, then it become a part of who we are. Will in fact our lives for better or worse. You mind evaluation the information and tells your emotion you are a terrible. Instantly the better file in your stomach start. Your leg moves slower and fear well up in your heart. When you are get the boss office, you find out the just wanted to think you were far. Some wanted working you had down. What happens? You mind feed your emotions, misinformations, and your emotions simple react. Since our thoughts are programming our levels at the rate of 1300 to 1800 words per minute, 24 hours a day. It is extremely importance what kind of thoughts we allow our mind. It is important what types of TV programs we have, we watch, what kind of music we listen to, and what kind of friends we have. If we are constantly getting negative input, our program is going to be a large negative, which in turn will our ability to live happy, healthy lives. Check out those 1300 to 1800 that are extremely around your mind every minute are the building your life. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, RS Toastmaster RS Pandian, for delivering such a wonderful speech. And so now, moving to the second speaker. The second speaker today we have Toastmaster Azad. So before I call upon the stage to deliver his speech, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Amit, his evaluator, to spell out the purpose of the speech. Toastmaster Amit, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pandi. You are doing the amazing job. Thank you so much. Keep going on. So Toastmaster Azad is going to deliver his level 5 project's one speech from the pathways persuasive influence. The purpose of the speech for the member to deliver a speech, a story from his personal life and convince or motivate the audience with story. The time limit for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to Toastmaster Azad. Over to you, Toastmaster Pandian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit, the evaluator, for explaining the speech purpose. Now, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Azad. Oh, he is junior. Toastmaster Azad. Toastmaster Azad, oh, he is junior.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster IC Pandi. Sir, it is always a treat to hear from you, because especially when you are a Toastmaster of the Day. And before I start speaking on my topic, can we have a round of applause for the first speaker who has been consistently doing very, very good? And just one request, I was not seeing the timer cards during his speech. So I hope they are working.
Yes, Azad, I will.
Okay. I love it when people really underestimate me and then become pleasantly surprised. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I'm Toastmaster Azad Singh. Before I go ahead, I want to ask, how many of you remember your first day in the office of your professional journey, the very first day? How many of you remember that day? Anyone who wants to take the 30 seconds or 10 to 20 seconds and want to share if something unexpected happened? Anyone of the audience?
My boss back then gave me a very bad back massage.
At least you got a massage. I got the mental massage, and let me share how. So, and also, I can totally resonate with all of you when I say that people really underestimate you on the basis of your age, and considering it is their presumption, considering their less experience in the field. No matter how good you are at your work, or no matter, it is just a matter of time that you will become good. Right or wrong? I remember my first day when I entered the office of a very senior lawyer, and the said senior came and gave me two files and sent me to the court, which I had never ever seen before. Though being enthusiastic, as always, Amit sir says, I found the courts and I managed to do the work and came back. So I learned the first lesson that no one out there is ready, is sitting there to teach you. Once you are done with your studies, make sure you know each and everything, basic things. Don't go with the presumption that anyone is going there and who would teach you. So coming back to the story, as soon as I was back in the chamber, I saw four lawyers who were looking seniors, at least in their age and experience. One of them said, actually asked me, "Are you a new associate?" I, first of all, I hesitated because it was my first day and I was just finding the right way to answer. So I replied to him that, "No, sir, I'm a junior who has come to assist Tiku sir." So two of them suddenly, very quickly replied, "Oh, he's a junior," as if I didn't know anything about the world. And let me tell you, I have had two careers. Being lawyer is my second career. So I have seen life. On the other hand, there was my senior, the senior who has almost 40 years plus experience. And that is the difference between a boss and a leader. I've learned from him on the first day, because only after 3 days, maybe after considering my capabilities, he gave me the case to brief and prepare argument. So when uh, going back to what the other senior said, those who said, "Oh, he's a junior." So at the same moment, having the that high spirit, I told myself, "Not your juniors." That in my own mind, that I'm not your junior, but see you soon in the courtroom. Cut to the courtroom, because it was my wish. And जब सारी कहते हैं ना, जो चीज आपको चाहिए होती है, सारी कायनात उसको आपको मिलाने में लग जाती है. Whatever you want, the whole universe supports you. The same senior, one of them, confronted me in one of the case, and unexpectedly I was opposing him. He was representing wife, I was representing a husband in a family case. Due to the privileged client attorney communication, I cannot disclose the contents of the case. But yes, he had the presumption after seeing me, obviously, "Oh, he's a junior," and I would have the order in my favor just like that. But his presumption's gone wrong, because we both argued, and ultimately, yes, the order came in my favor. Due, so the said senior asked me for my number after the argument and called me later on and admitted that he underestimated me on the basis of his own presumptions. So I have confronted with many such occasions. But the point, because lawyers who has gray hairs and those who look elder in their age, they are considered very intelligent people. But it is not like that in at least in today's scenario. Many young lawyers, not me, but all other young lawyers, they are doing way better. But the point which I'm trying to make is that no matter what other thinks about you, even including your very close friends and family, especially when you shift to a new career. But what matters is that, my friends, what you think about yourself, whether you are sharpening the weapon of knowledge and prepared to fight irrespective of who is your opponent. If yes, you are sharpening the weapon of your knowledge. If yes, you are prepared to fight irrespective of who is your opponent, then never presume, never ever presume about the newbies. That, and especially never say, oh, he's a junior. Thanks a lot, everyone, for your precious time and patient listening. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Give me a big round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster Ajad, for delivering such a wonderful and powerful speech, sharing your story. How anyone, it is not the age, it's not the what others, the appearance matters. It what sounds is what you are, how you are capable of, and how you sharpen, how you prepared yourself to perform any occasion. Thank you so much. Now, now this I am just launching the poll. You can vote for the best speaker. Before that timer, is both speaker are the both speakers are qualified for voting?
Yes,
Okay,
both are
thank you.
qualified. Yeah.
Thank you for the confirmation. Just I am launching the poll. Yeah, please vote for your the best speaker. Please vote. Yes, it is done.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now. So now we are moving to the second segment. Today we have Toastmaster Divyanshi as a table topic master. So before that, I will just remind you the 4 agreements what we were talking about. These four agreements are taken from the Mexican author is called Don Miguel Ruiz. He has written a book. The name is called The 4 Agreements. The 4 agreements are: the first is be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. The third one is don't make assumption. The fourth most important one is always do your best. With that, I hand over the virtual stage to the young and energetic Toastmaster Divyanshi for table topic session. Toastmaster Divyanshi, hand over to you. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for the lovely introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's wonderful weather outside, and I really regret that we can't meet offline, but online, I think we can make it as fun as offline meetings are. So I think table topic speeches are one of the most interesting, and I think one of the most interesting and exciting portions of the entire Toastmasters meeting. But my personal favorite, I always try speaking in table topic speeches, and the main objective of table topic speeches is to challenge yourself. And the greatest speech that you can ever give is not one that you have prepared, but the one that you are put on the spot and you give and deliver the best speech that you can. So table topic, that's what we'll be doing. And this is for the members to develop their impromptu communication skills and to basically think on their feet. And we also like to give chances to the guest speakers in this session, because everybody is welcome to speak for table topic sessions. And so I would encourage our guest today, guest Hina, to participate in table topics. And the table topic sessions are specifically designed to develop 4 skills, which will be learning, thinking, organizing, and delivering. So today, as your table topic master, I'll be giving topics, and you will be speaking. Your the timer has already specified that the green card will be showed in 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes 2 minutes red card. So I encourage you all to participate in this session, and let's get started. And who wants to be the first speaker? Please volunteer. Guest Hina, I would like you to be the first speaker as we have you as a guest today. Would you like to be our first speaker in table topic session?
Okay, sure.
All right. So I request you to choose a random number between 1 to 8, and I will be giving you a topic to speak on.
7.
All right. So the topic for you today that I have chosen is being too busy is a myth. You can go for or against this topic. I repeat, being too busy is a myth. You might start now.
So yes, these days, whenever we are on a call or whenever we are trying to, approach someone, and the very common answer is I am busy or are you busy? So I believe busy is a term we are using like very unconsciously. Busy is normally we can use a word which we are using to say someone, yes, we are not, we are occupied with some things and don't know. So I believe nobody is so much busy in their life, but the basic thing is that the priority, how much we give that priority to someone, um, you know. Sorry, that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, guest Hina. That was amazing. Any other volunteers for the table topics? We have Toastmaster Amanaryan. Yes, please choose a number between 1 to 8, excluding 7.
I would choose 4.
What do you do in an ideal day off? I repeat, what do you do in an ideal day off?
An ideal day. So ideal days can be different for a lot of people. For someone it can be doing a lot of work. For someone it can be being lazy all the day and watching TV. I would say that I drive that a little bit in the between. My most important thing that I have in the day is doing something productive. Whenever you do something productive, you can feel that oh, this day is not wasted, and it is an amazing feeling. But if it is kind of wasted, if you are unproductive, it is you have a feeling that oh no, no luck this day, we'll try again tomorrow. So my ideal day would be that I have accomplished something. Maybe I have set aside some tasks in the morning that I have completed by the evening, and I would like to watch maybe some TV or other time pass activities. That is also a great thing. Other than that, uh, other than that, spending time with your family is also with my family is also a great thing. uh, uh, Not a day passes when I don't talk with my mother or my father about some or the other topics. We just randomly choose something and we talk about something. It is one of the best top highlights of my day, and I think that would be how I would spend an ideal day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amanaryan. I hope we all get to have an ideal day pretty soon. Toastmaster Mayank Khatri, would you like to be our next speaker?
Yes,
Please choose a number between 1 to 8,
I'll choose number 6.
excluding 4 and 7. All right. Should ambitions
Uh, I lost your voice. I didn't hear the topic.
die with age? I repeat, should ambitions die with age?
Devyanshi, can you please repeat your topic?
Yeah, ambitions die with age. I repeat. Am I audible?
No, it's breaking. It's breaking.
Just I will repeat Toastmaster Mayank. what's he saying? Be ambitious, die with age. Ambitious, die with age. That's, am I
Okay.
right?
Just written it down in the message
Okay.
group chat.
Should ambitions die with age? So I totally disagree with this statement that ambitions die with age. Throughout the human life, you can see that people can definitely change their life when they really want to. You could be struggling till the age of 50, and as soon as you turn 51, you turn your life around, and the next 20 years are definitely better than the last 50 years. In recent case, you can see the current president of USA. I think he's around 70 years old, and he became the president after becoming the vice president. So I think people believe, in India specifically, people believe that once they cross 60, they are all set to die. They just wait for their death. That now I've turned 60, I have completed all my responsibilities, my children are settled and all that. Now I am just waiting for death. But age is just a number. Uh, I know women say that age is just a number, but for others also, age should not define what you aspire to be. So ambition should not die down with age. With each passing of your age, you should aspire for even more, so that even if you start at a later stage, you will still continue to be great. You should not think that I have reached 50, 30, 40 and I can't do this. And I think that's it. And I can give you a personal example. I always thought Toastmaster Azad was a young kid. But when I met Toastmaster Azad, he told me he has 2 kids. So I think uh, age is just a number. I don't know whether Toastmaster Azad was lying to me on that day or whether he was telling me the truth. So I'll call him up personally and ask him. Thank you.
Yes, Toastmaster Divyanshi, can you hear that Toastmaster Mayank has completed?
Yes, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
No problem, no
My
issue, no issue, no issue, no issue.
internet connection is a little unstable. Yeah, thank you, Sam. That was very insightful. Master Rabbani up for table topic speeches. Any volunteers? Toastmaster Rabbani, would you like to speak?
Sorry. Yes, I would like to speak on the table topic. Go ahead.
All right. All right. So please choose a number.
Number 2.
All right. What would you do if you had a full year to do what you really want? I repeat, what would you do if you had a full year to do what you really want?
Okay. If I get a like full year to, definitely I want to explore my life as a I'm kind of, I'm a person who explored the monuments, especially in Delhi. I did not get a time to explore all the monument which is there in Delhi. I think many of the monuments just like uh, Humayun tomb and Qutub Minar and all. So the same thing I would like to explore entire the world. But I think 1 year is not possible to explore. But definitely, if I get 1 year, definitely I started. First of all, I start to go to Kashmir. So in Kashmir, I have heard that which is called the Earth, Jannat. So I would like to explore first of all the Kashmir and Leh, which is very beautiful. I have only can see in the videos as well, but I would love to explore from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Then I would like to go to explore to the United States and all the Western countries and some Gulf countries and all. So that is the desire I have, and definitely one day I will fulfill my all the like uh, one day I will complete my all these journey and will do it, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rabbani. I hope you get to travel as many places you want very, very soon.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Rabbani, you're the timer. Do we have any time for more speeches?
Yes. We have
All
one
right.
more.
All right. So who would be willing to? All right. We have Toastmaster Neha as the next volunteer. Toastmaster Neha, I request you to choose a number.
होगा
Five
होगा
there.
क्या मंगा रहे हो?
5.
Okay. You have a very interesting topic at your hand. Lying without getting caught is a talent. I repeat, lying without getting caught is a talent. Toastmaster Neha.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Divyanshi. Lying without caught is a talent. Yeah. So I totally agree with this. I have done this multiple times. I personally believe if you're not harming anybody, there is nothing wrong in lying. But for that also, you need talent. There is a saying, you can't just copy anything blindly. So the talent is required even if you are lying to the teacher in exams, copying, because the other person is also smart. So I'll share like some personal story of mine only. In articleship, my family used to be very strict. If like I leave office by 6:30, I have to reach the home by 6:45 only. But I know I'm not doing anything wrong. So what I used to do in a week, almost 2-3 times, like there was a stretch for office work, but for the rest 2-3 days, I used to enjoy with my friends and come at home and say the same thing. But obviously, it was the beginning, and I was learning this talent. So my mother used to be like, I know every day can't be the same reason. I used to cook a story every day and I used to get caught. So it is a big talent you should learn. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. So
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neha. I think that would be it from my side. Thank you so much for all the speakers for volunteering. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much.
Which was parallelly coming with the Neha's voice.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Divyanshi, table topic master. You have chosen us such wonderful topics today, and we all really enjoyed. The speakers also expressed their views in such a manner that it was really a good session we had today. Now, can we go for the best table topic speaker for Toastmaster Azad, Tech Master? Is it? Tech Master Toastmaster Azad?
Yes, sir. I have created one. Please check once.
Yeah.
Kindly give me some time. Carry on.
Speaker. Table topic. Table topic. Single choice. So. See, table topic is that speakers listeners coming.
Okay, sir. Then give me some time.
Okay. Let the table topic, our tech master said this right. The next session will be our evaluation session. Before that, we can discuss about. So, how many of you believe that the the learning always gives us a better transformation? Please raise your hand. Yeah, most of us believe that the learning is we can always do learning with no matter where we are and no matter which age we are at. So the four agreements, it looks very simple, but it is more powerful techniques which we can use to transform our life. So can anyone unmute and say, what are the mission for District 41 for this year? 3 missions. Can anyone unmute and say? Or mission, or you can say objective, 3 objectives for District 41 for this year.
Transform not for others, but for yourself.
Yeah,
Change
that's
not for
yeah,
others, but for yourself. Learn
yes,
not for others, but for yourself.
yes, exactly. The three things: learning, transforming, and correcting. These all for you, for yourself. Okay, this is the three objective of this year. Toastmaster, our district 41, we come under Toastmasters district 41. So our district 41, the three objective for this year is learning, transforming, and correcting. Now with that, Toastmaster Tech Master, is it ready? The poll is ready for the table topic. No, it's not coming. Okay.
So Pandi sir, we can start with the
So we
evaluation
can,
section.
yeah. So we can, yes, sir, right. So we can now, we are moving to the third segment, the most exciting segment of the Toastmasters meeting, that is the evaluation segment. As we mentioned that this is the section where we give constructive and positive feedback to whoever performing, delivering the speech as an that particular day. So now with that, I welcome the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Avik. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pandi, and thank you, Toastmaster Pandi, for such a interesting and engaging TMoD session. I really enjoyed the 4 objectives that you laid out and how they were woven in with the theme for District 41. So let us now move to the most interesting and engaging and also very constructive phase of this Toastmaster meeting, as Toastmaster Pandi described, the evaluation section, where each individual speaker is evaluated on various constructive criteria. So let us first start with the prepared speech evaluations for today. The first speaker for today was Toastmaster R.S. Pandian, and the evaluator for said speaker was Toastmaster Divyanshi. So let me invite Toastmaster Divyanshi onto the virtual podium to give her report on the speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Divyanshi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Avik, the General Evaluator. So today, Toastmaster R.S. Pandian's purpose of the speech was to appropriately use body language. And since we are in an online platform, body language is of course restricted. But even then, he made sure to use hand gestures and appropriate hand gestures to during the course of his speech. And that was really commendable. He was very much aware of his intentional as well as his unintentional body language. And even though we're in an online meeting, it's very difficult for the body language to be on point, but it was still as much as he could do. There was a lot of vocal variety and clarity in his speech, which is highly commendable. And there were a lot of words he used which are of a higher vocal variety. My only recommendation to Toastmaster R.S. Pandian would be using a little bit of voice modulation, because throughout his speech, we would like to distinguish between his stories, between the parts of his speech, so that can be modified. Body language, of course, which was great. It's not just limited to hand gestures. Even while in an online platform, he might make an attempt to use a lot more body language. I have not been a part of this club for too long, but however much time I've been here, I can vouch for it that there has been immense improvement in the way Toastmaster R.S. Pandian is. He's a very consistent member of our club, and that is extremely commendable. Needless to say, his speech was again very appropriate. His purpose of the speech was fulfilled, and there was clarity, there was a lot of interest in the topic, and there was a certain comfort level that was maintained throughout the speech with the speech and with the audience. So that was also commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Divyanshi, for such a detailed evaluation report. We now move to the second evaluator for today. The second speaker for today was Toastmaster Azad, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Amit. So may I please invite Toastmaster Amit onto the virtual podium to give his report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abik. Don't judge a book by its cover. And that we experience today. And who doesn't love stories? And stories, when these stories are real, your real life stories. So today we heard the story of Toastmaster Azad and how good manners, good way, structured manner, he elaborated this story to us. So that's great. So let's go with the commendation part, what he did great. Number one, audience engagement. It's always good to add the audience and when you are sharing or starting a speech. So when you add this audience, then it will always a better experience for the audience and the speaker. Number two, story. So always when you share the story, audience is able to understand that clearly and also try to correlate in their life. So always try to share the stories that help you to become a better speaker, become a better storyteller. What could be better? So my recommendation one is there could be the voice change could be there and the body change. Like when his senior told, "Are you junior?" Then it could be like, "Are you junior?" So there could be the little voice change. Then it make a more impeccable. Then another is voice modulation. Just in 3 days, I got my first case. So that kind of excitement can show while you are to add the voice modulation in your speeches. So these are the two commendations from my part. And what are the another things, another commendation from me, that is the calm. During the speech, speaker was calm and composed. He delivered the speech with very confident manner. So that was great. And what I learned from this speech, yes, don't judge anyone. Don't assume anyone with the experience, the number of experience by age or by the other things. Just don't think in that way. Always respect the people and keep owning your skills. That is all from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Abik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. What a wonderful summary of Azad's speech and Azad's key message. So let me now move on to our supplementary evaluators who will be
Toastmaster Abik, sorry for the interruption.
Yes.
Can I take the poll? Can I take the poll for best the table topic, please?
Sure, Toastmaster Pandi.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yes, can we
no.
have the poll for the best evaluators? So the first and before that timer, are both evaluators qualified?
Both are qualified. Both are qualified.
Awesome. So can we cast our vote firstly
for table topics?
For the table topic? And now after this, we can cast our vote for the best evaluators, and those would be Toastmaster Divyanshi and Toastmaster Amit.
Toastmaster, Tech Master, you have to change the name. Now the name is coming Neeraj and Vedant. You have to change to Divyanshi and Amit.
Meanwhile, we can.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Toastmaster Abik, you can start with the supplementary evaluation.
Sure, Toastmaster Pandi. So yes, as Toastmaster Pandi said, let us now move on to the supplementary evaluators, where each individual speaker on stage is evaluated on more holistic criteria. So to take that forward, let me now invite, I believe, the most critical role player for this meeting. That would be the timer for today. So timer Toastmaster Rabani, the virtual podium is yours. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. So guys, again, I am going to start with the quotation like time and tide wait for none. So as discussed earlier, the time is non-renewable resources, and I'm glad to inform that you all today's meeting adherence to time is 100%. So let's quickly have a look on what are the timing each section have taken. So let's talk about the prepared speeches. TM RS Pandey spoke for 6 minutes and 5 seconds, and TM Ajad spoke for 7 minutes for it. And let's talk about the table topic speaker. Guest Hina spoke for 1 minute 5 seconds. TM Aman Aryan spoke for 1 minute 59 seconds. And TM Mayank Khatri spoke for 2 minute 20 seconds. And I took 1 minute, like TM Rabani spoke for 1 minute 15 seconds. Now TM Neha spoke for 1 minute 0 second. And now talk about the auxiliary role player. TM, like I myself took spoke for 1 minute, and TM Neha spoke for 50 seconds, almost 59 seconds, and TM Mayank spoke for 1 minute. And now talk about the evaluation segment. Divyansi spoke for 2 minutes, and Amit spoke for 1 minute. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Rabani, for such a detailed timer evaluation report.
Thank you.
Let us now move on to the 40, 50 hours and ums report for today. Let's see which one of us has done the most. So Toastmaster Neha, the virtual podium is yours.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. So first of all, I would like to say the smallest things matters a lot. So if we talk about as a person, if we remove some smaller negative thoughts from our mind, it makes us a different person. We live the life differently. The same is with the using of the filler words, repetitive words. If we remove these kind of words from our speech, it improves the effectiveness of the speech. It makes more interactive. The audience gets engaged more and more. So these words really help us in making our speeches more effective. So basically these are just to let you know what filler words, repetitive words we all have used, so that we can work on it and make our speeches more effective. So starting with Toastmaster Amit, he used help you to repetitively 2 times. There were the time repetitively was used for 3 times in a row. So was used 5 times. The next was the guest Hina. She used so 5 times, 7 times, 3 times, 2 times. Next is Toastmaster Aman. He used so 2 times and 4 times, 1 time. Coming to Toastmaster Pandi, he used 1 time, so 1 time, now 3 times, 3 times. Next is Toastmaster Rabbani. He used 3 times and 5 times, so 2 times, that 2 times, 1 time. Toastmaster Avik spoke, he used 2 times, so 1 time. I myself, Toastmaster Neha, used so 4 times and 3 times. Toastmaster Mayank used so 2 times and 6 times, 4 times. Coming to Toastmaster Raj, he used and 5 times, like unnecessary, and have we repetitively 2 times, 2 times. Toastmaster Azad used so 7 times, 4 times, 3 times. In my in a row 2 times and 2 times, but 1 time. Toastmaster Divyanshi used 14 times, so 12 times and 9 times. Then yeah, that's all from my side. So just a recommendation how we can work on this, including myself. I also need to work on this. We can just look at the mirror, speak, record our speeches, and then rehear the speeches, and then we can work on these things. Because what I feel is we at times we ourselves are the best evaluators as well. Then we can work on it. The second recommendation is using eye contact. When we use eye contact, we tend to use these kind of words very less. Thank you. That's all from my end.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neha. Yes, and I believe we should keep your recommendations in mind, and doing so might give us, again, positive results going forward. So thank you. Let us now move on to the grammarian for today. The grammarian for today is Toastmaster Mayank. So Toastmaster Mayank, the stage is yours.
Yeah, so hello everyone, I'm back with my report. So in startings, speaker said a Hindi quote, and I would request you all to not you to stick to English quotes only and stick to the language. And after that, one speaker used the word Jannat. The alternate word would be heaven. Other than that, uh, time was referred as resources, but it should be referred as resource. It's a singular thing. And also, speaker said impactable, which is not the correct word. The correct word is impact. Also, speaker said makes more effective, but the correct use is gets more effective. So that is about the grammar. And unfortunately, no one used word of the day or idiom of the day. We can improve on that. We should try to include both the things in our speeches. And also, the overall performance in terms of grammar was good. Not many mistakes were recorded, but not many, or I must say, not any use of good idiom or good words was recorded. Or also, I had some network issues because of which the voice was breaking. So I might have missed on it. So I apologize for that. And that's all with my report. Thank you.
Idiom of the day is used by the general evaluator once. Idiom of the day, I remember correctly.
Let us update the report.
I use the
Oh,
word
okay,
of the day
okay.
for the
That's
form of noun.
It's okay, fine, fine. Due to
That's fine.
network issue, na? Due to network issue,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
Awesome. I believe Toastmaster Mayank, even in with the network issues going ahead, I think your report was very detailed and crystal clear. So we are done with our supplementary evaluations for today. So now can we cast the votes firstly for the best evaluators, if that has not been already done? Has everyone received it? Awesome. Okay.
No. Just now you have to vote now.
Has everyone done with the voting? Thumbs up. Awesome. So can we now proceed with the voting for the best supplementary evaluator? Before that timer, all evaluators are qualified, all auxiliary role players, that is?
Yes, all are qualified.
Awesome. Let us now vote for the best supplementary evaluator. That would be Toastmaster Mayank as the grammarian, Toastmaster Neha as our counter, and Toastmaster Rabani as timer.
It has not been.
You can vote now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Done with voting?
Yeah, done.
Awesome. So let me now proceed with my general evaluator report for today, some things which I observed. So for the evaluation section, is now first start with the first evaluator for today. So Toastmaster Divyanshi, I think being a very new member of this club, displays a very strong analytical sense, especially when it comes to evaluations. I felt it was a very crisp and detailed evaluator's report. Even when the speaker had a situation virtually, being not able to use the full extent of body language. Even in that situation, you have done a very just evaluation of body language, I feel. Again, let me repeat myself, a very detailed report, a very crisp and concise use of language. Just a suggestion from my side going forward, even with evaluations, it is a good practice to start to form a story with your insights. I believe you have a lot of content when it comes to insights, but try to weave it into a story with a message or something that can be a takeaway for all of us. Moving on to the second evaluator for today, Toastmaster Amit. And Toastmaster Amit also, what he did, which was good, was he tried to weave the evaluation into a story. I always love how he comes to us with a very strong opening or closing message. Basically, the takeaway from the speaker itself. So I believe he does a very good job with the points presented to him, and we get a takeaway message. One recommendation for Toastmaster Amit would be, and this is something even I do, is during our evaluations, we will try to refer to the speaker as the speaker and not by their name. So just a small recommendation from my side. Moving on to the auxiliary reports. The timer for today, Toastmaster Rabani also had a very detailed timers report. And what I like that he also timed himself. I'm not sure if he timed himself during his own report or not, but I think he might have done that. So kudos on a very detailed timers report. Small recommendation here would be regards to the timing of the speeches. And I think this is something which I should have actually taken care of, would be we had a small hiccup initially with the timer cards not showing up. So this is, I think, where I should step in and take care of it going forward. So yes, moving on to the next supplementary evaluator would be our R counter for today. And what I liked about this report is the speaker tried to explain the purpose behind an R counter report and why we should strive to reduce R's and ums and filler words in our speeches. She also counted herself in the report, so kudos to you on that. And she always also gave us 2 recommendations as takeaways from an R counter report. The good thing about her report was, yes, it was phrased in a way which is a very detailed report, which has a good opening body and conclusion, and not just verbatim saying who made so many R's and ums. So kudos on a very holistic R counter report. Moving on to the grammarian for today. Yes, the grammarian, I felt, did a good job with being very crystal clear with the good uses of English and good usage of language in general. I feel there was a slight, I guess, miscommunication or a network issue where the word of the day, which was actually used by Azad as well, as not being presumptuous. And so maybe he should have also been counted in the report. So, and the one commendation for the grammarian is he referred to all the recommendations. The person he was giving the recommendation was used as the speaker rather than giving the name. So this is a practice we should all strive for going forward. Coming to the starting of the meeting, I think the meeting was started on time in a very punctual manner, which is, I think, a characteristic of SDTM. So always a positive thing. I really enjoyed the theme for today. The Toastmaster for today weaved in the District 41 agendas with a powerful message around the 4 agreements that would be: don't take anything personally, be impeccable with your words, and have a crystal clear communication. I think there were very key takeaways to what he said today, which we can also imbibe into our daily life. So very good content which was weaved in effectively throughout the Toastmaster of the day report. I felt cameras were on for everyone, pretty much everyone who has been speaking on stage. But I feel moving forward, at least for online sessions, let us at least 80% of us should try to have our cameras on, so that it results in a better engagement. For the speakers for today, Toastmaster R.S. Pandian and Toastmaster Azad gave us excellent content and excellent messages and excellent takeaways, which we can take away from their speeches. I really like the fact that Azad used the word of the day in his speech, which displays a certain skill and certain presence of mind. And I would just have a small recommendation for us in general is we should all strive to use the word of the day and idiom of the day, and at least in a certain fashion. Maybe not, if we can't do it in our speeches, let's all do it in our evaluators reward. But I think this is something that will help us going forward, inculcating these different words into our language. Toastmaster Divyanshi as the table topics master presented, but some very simple but very engaging topics, I feel. All amongst Toastmaster Aman, Toastmaster Mayank, Toastmaster Rabani, and Toastmaster Neha, every single table topic speech I felt was very crisp and very clear and had a good key message for us. That's pretty much it from my side. I think even I am very new. This is probably my first online Toastmasters meeting, but I feel that I still get the spirit of our physical meetings in this virtual space. So I think a big round of applause for every one of us who have strived to make this meeting a success. So I now hand it over back to our president and presiding officer to conclude.
TMoD.
Oh, my apologies. Small recommendation as Chi. So I now hand it over to Toastmaster Pandi.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for giving such an elaborative evaluation, you and with your team. It's definitely it takes our club to a different step, one step ahead. Now coming back to my conclusion about this theme. The theme is the 4 agreements. Nothing is more powerful than the power of words. Throughout the life, from historic period to the modern era, men and women who changed their life by adopting few words, using it appropriately. Words can make or break your career. So be impeccable with your words. Don't make assumptions. In your day-to-day life, you go with what actual fact is. If you are curious, just get it clarified. Don't make assumptions and perception and get carried away, and we will land up in a different location. Don't take anything personal. If what others people are doing, it is not the reflection of what we are doing and what our perception is. It is their own perception, their own reflection, their own willingness, and what they want in their life. The last but not the least, always do your best. Under any circumstances, wherever we work or whatever we do, we have to do the best at that point of the time. As the best always change from moment to moment and from time to time. In spite of that, we have to try, and we should have the intent and the desire to do always the best under any circumstances at any point of the time. With that, I reiterate again the 4 agreements. The simple principles for transformation of a life is, the first is be impeccable with your words. Don't make assumptions. Don't take anything personal, and always do your best. With that, I hand over the stage to the most dynamic president of our club, Toastmaster Amit. The stage is yours now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pandi. It was a really insightful topic theme that you today came with. So that's great. And also thank you everyone for the roles, the commendable job you did in your roles. So it really big round of applause required for our role players. So please give a big round of applause to our role players. Before we go ahead, I would like to say that we have to call for the voting for the best anchor. So today's we have 3 anchor: Toastmaster IC Pandi, Toastmaster Dibyanshi, and Toastmaster Abhig. So Toastmaster Pandi, could you please launch the poll for the best anchor?
Yeah. Yes, launched, police launched, Toastmaster Amit. One more vote. It's a 8 out of 10 vote we have received. Anyone can vote now. Yes. Yes, done. 9 out of 10 we got it. Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Amit, you can start.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pandi. So in the meantime, our tech master prepared the certificate for today's meeting. So I would like to hear from the people about how's your experience in the meeting and what we learned today. So it was a great meeting today. We learned a lot from Toastmaster Pandi, Toastmaster RS Pandian, and amazing speech from Toastmaster Ajad. So 2 amazing speeches, and Toastmaster Pandian both all were with the very insightful thoughts, and that's really learning and full time and money recovery from this meeting. So I would like to hear from our guest Hina. How's your experience in this meeting? Could you unmute and could you please switch on your camera? Thank you so much.
Yes, Amit. So the meeting was really so insightful. Everybody are doing so well, and I like the message behind this meeting also. And I would like to say 2 things like the core theme is really a good thing, and the other thing is like don't judge someone on behalf on their age and their factors. So that is something I learned from today's meeting.
So thank you so much, Hina, for sharing your experience. And today also we have Mayank Khatri here. So Mayank, I would like to hear from you. How's your experience to attending the SDTM meeting after a long time? Mayank, are you there? So no worry, we can go ahead. So that is that I mentioned in the beginning of the meeting that we are here for learning, and this is the time where we have to reinstate our membership. We can renew it for the period of October to March, and also this is the right time for the guests to start their learning journey, because here you are not for anyone else, not for other, just for you. Here I am not for anyone else, not for you, just for me. We are here learning from each other, and day by day try to become a better speaker, better leader, and better communicator. And why this communication and leadership skills required? Why this is required? So I want to hear from Abhik. Abhik, I would like to hear from you why you think that why communication and leadership skills are important in our life.
Yes, yes, Toastmaster Amit. So even I've thought of it, and as time passes, I feel that both communication and leadership might not be two very mutually exclusive entities. Both are coming and feeding into each other. I don't think you can be a good leader without being a good communicator, and leadership itself teaches you certain strategies of communication. So both need each other. As to the question was, why do we need communication and leadership? I think we need it to survive, basically, right? So without good communication, we will never be able to really express what we really feel, express what we really think, and we will always struggle to communicate, to let someone know what we are thinking. So without good communication skills, I believe life is difficult. So communication is very essential to us, and without being in an environment where we are what can you say, motivated to communicate or motivated to pick up tasks and opportunities, we cannot learn these things. So it has to be in a positive and well reinforcing environment. So I believe, yes, these are essential life skills. So, and we need a good positive environment for us to learn and reinforce said skills. Did that answer your question?
Exactly. That's completely right, Avik. I completely agree with you. Like, communication and leadership skills both are the essential skills, and these become indispensable skill as you grow in your career. So as much as you grow, the technical skills require less, and the communication and leadership skills require more on the higher level you achieve and attain in your life. And how we can learn? So Toastmaster Avik gave a clear answer for that. To learn this skill, it is always require an environment. We can't learn this skill solely sitting inside our house. Just watching the mirror would not work a lot. It is very important. We should have a platform where whatever we are learning, we can practice that before we are facing this real world. That is really challenging if we have not people who can hear us before we going to the real and the online platform.
For the issues, I believe.
Right. So now we are ready with our certificate of the winners. So although everyone is the winner in this meeting, because you are here for yourself, for your winning, for becoming better, and that you are becoming day by day. So I appreciate Ajad or Pandi, would you share this certificate if we are ready?
Actually, yeah. How to give right sharing,
yes, sir.
Toastmaster
Go
Ajad?
in the participants, and then there is SouthDelhi Toastmaster Club, and then
Okay.
then
More,
there
huh?
is
More, yeah.
Under more, you have different options. People,
Yeah,
please
different.
wait.
Hoist, then
Wait for
sharing.
fellow Toastmasters.
Can you make you co-host? Sharing is not coming. Stop, chat, stop video, pin, spot, everyone, make host, rename. Huh? Sharing is not coming. Can I make you co-host so that you can share? Is it possible? I will make you host.
Yes, sir. Do that, please.
I make you host. Do you want to change the host?
host.
Yes. Yeah. Done it. Yeah, done. Now check it. Can you check?
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you, Toastmaster Ajad and Toastmaster Pandi, for all your support. So best Augs role player today is Toastmaster Neha. So I appreciate, please unmute yourself and please keep giving the big round of applause to the winners. Unmute yourself and keep giving the big round of applause. So best anchor for today's meeting is Toastmaster Avik.
Thank you, everyone.
Great job, always good to hear from you, Toastmaster Avik. Great evaluation, detailed and great evaluation. Best speech evaluator, Toastmaster Amit. Thank you so much. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Myang Khatri. I can say DTM Myang Khatri. Best speaker, Toastmaster Ajad, who delivered a very insightful speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Ajad. And All the best. Yes, so Toastmaster Ajad, you can remove the screen sharing. And thank you so much for all your support.
Take a picture of a group.
Yes, so Ajad, can you remove the screen sharing? Thank you, Ajad. And I appreciate guest Hina and Toastmaster Mayank. Could you please come on the camera so that we can have a beautiful picture for the beautiful audience for a beautiful meeting. So Toastmaster Mayank, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Ajad, are you clicking the picture? Who is clicking the picture?
Let's give Hina a chance to give the pose of the day.
Yeah.
Yes, Hina, can you give us a pose? Sorry for my voice. Asking for the pose. Anything. Okay, guys, this is the pose.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Both the hands. I am taking picture. That is by one hand. Neha, with both the hands. Come on, guys. Big smile, yeah. Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And with
Welcome.
that, now I am stopping the recording.